Good evening. Um, I'm Katrina Messenger. I'm substituting for the great Angela Raincatcher, your usual host for the full moons. Um, she's out doing some wonderful work in her artist role, so we wish her well. So tonight, um, as I was thinking about what we could discuss, like what we could focus on for tonight's full moon meditation, and I was thinking about the people in Ukraine. And I was thinking, like, what must it be like to be, to make dinner, to see your friends, to go to school, to run a business, to run a practice, when one of the world's superpowers is sitting just at your border, armed to the teeth. That has got to be very nerve wracking. I can't imagine that the people of Ukraine, especially those in the capital city, are sleeping well. I can't imagine that their heart doesn't skip a beat knowing what's waiting right at the border. Um, and so I felt my heart going out to them because, we may feel as though the wolf is at the door, you know, or the invisible hand of the market is robbing your account. But to actually have the over 100,000 Russian soldiers standing at your border, that's bringing it real. That's frightening. And then I imagine, that the folks in Brazil are facing the floods. You know, it reminds me very much of our own countrymen and women in Puerto Rico who faced that hurricanes and not having resources necessarily ready to help them. And and then I thought about all the folks tonight who are bracing once again here in the U.S., like a good portion of the nation, of our very large nation, bracing itself for weather, uh, intense rains, thunderstorms, tornadoes, and blizzard conditions sweeping across the country. It's like, how does it feel to have that at your, right there at your door, at your border? And that some of us, we're working really hard. We've been able to keep our heads afloat, maybe just by the skin of our teeth. And now looking at the larger prices, the higher prices we're facing, um, for goods and services, and it's starting to feel like, that sweet edge that you've been able to maintain is starting to disappear. And for those for whom that edge never existed, it's even more dire. And I think about the hunger and the concrete needs that were so widespread during the beginning of this pandemic, and the fires. Ugh. And there's all told, lots of things untold, all over the world. Um, from the things that are large that we can see to the things that are very individual, they're very specific, that could be happening in bedrooms and living rooms and street corners and business offices and all over the place. It's kind of a hard place to be, and my heart just fills with compassion for everyone, all of us who are in the midst of this period. And so I wanted to make sure that my meditation addresses some of these things, but from a different perspective, because we know what is facing us. We're well aware of what the troubles are. But what we may not be aware of is what resources are available for those of us who need it. And that's what I'm going to focus on tonight, one of those resources. And it seems so simple. I mean, we think of the full moon as something beautiful, beautiful to see. We vaguely remember that the moon controls tides and what we lovingly called lunacy. But there are other things associated with the moon that sometimes we need to be reminded. And I think tonight is just one of those things. It's one of those times where we need to be reminded of the power of the moon. So if you like, please sit back and relax. All of you know how to relax, don't you? Just just let things go. I mean, whatever it is that you're worried about, that you're concerned about, the things that you need to get done or you need to check on their status either tonight or tomorrow, and the things you've already got done and you know the status and that was no relief, all of those things, I'm not asking you to throw it away. I'm just asking you to place it in a container that has a top, right? Just get this magical container. Think of it as your bottomless bag or I forgot what it's called in Hermione's bag. Let's say it's like Mary Poppins' bag. It's a magical bag. And you put in all those things you are concerned about, all those things that you have yet to do or you have done, but you don't feel is resolved, all those things that you don't know that you need to do and you're worried about what they are. Put all of it in this container and take that top and place it on there so that you know it's going to be here. You're not going to lose anything. And just set it to the side for now. Just set it to the side. It's still there. You can always open that top and check in, make sure it's full. Yeah, it's still there. And then relax. Oh, what do you mean, Katrina? Relax. I mean, let's focus on your legs. Let's like squeeze your toes, like curl them under, stick them out, point them, separate them, bring them together, whatever. Right? Pretend like you're playing the piano with your toes. All that good stuff. And then let it go. Let it go. Literally say to your toes, thank you. Your job is done. Now it's time to relax. And then go back and do it with your foot. I mean, the same thing. You know, bend your foot, twist your foot, kick it up in the air if you need one to. I don't care. Do whatever you need to do with your foot, whatever, point, flex, whatever, and then say, relax. And then for your heel, same thing. Pivot to the left, pivot to the right, you know, rah, rah, rah. And then your legs, your lower legs, you've done a mighty amount of work today. Feel the muscles pulling toward the bones. And then relax. Same with your thighs. Thank you. You've done a lot of great work today. And then pull the muscles toward the bone. And for whom that is an interesting sensation, that's a really good thing to do. And then relax. Same thing with your butt. You go, what bone, Katrina? Well, pretend there's a butt bone and pull your butt toward it, your butt muscles toward it. And then relax. And then when you get to your belly, pretend like there's a belly bone and pull your muscles toward that bone. And then relax. Same thing with your back, your lower back. Pull the muscles to the bone. And then relax. And your upper back. Pull the muscles to the bone. And then relax. Your upper belly, for those of us who have two, and your chest, pull the muscles to the bone of your ribs and relax. And when you get up here to your neck, pull the muscles to the bone and relax. And your upper arms, pull the muscles into the bone and relax. I'm trying to get my top even. It's going to be a useless exercise. And then on the lower arms, pull the muscles to the bone. Relax. Then flex, compress, wiggle, play that, play the organ with your fingers, and then relax. And then your face, pull the muscles to the bone, and then relax. And your ears, relax. Then your scalp, relax. And the top of your head, relax. Okay, this is relaxed. Wherever state you got to is a state of relaxation. Now you may think, oh, but I'm not drooling. You can relax further at any time you like, but you are relaxed enough for what we're about to do. So just take a breath in and a breath out. In and now you'll tell me, Katrina, I was already doing that. I know, but now you're paying attention. There's that old adage that says, when you pay attention to your breath, your body relaxes. It is the best way to engage your parasympathetic nerve system, which relaxes everything from your internal organs to your nerves and your blood vessels. And that is so wonderful. Muscles and skin, all the connective tissue. And now I'm going to take you to a place. You can close your eyes if you like. I'm going to take you to a place high on a hill. And in this place, you can sit down if you like, but we're going to look down from the mountain and notice the storms and the floods and the fires and the despair that's happening all around. And you're going to notice, my goodness, how do we make sense of all this? It's a familiar feeling. What can I do? What can I say? How do I cope? How can I help? And up here in this mountain, you're not so much far from the storms, it's that you can see them all. So you can still be affected, but here you can see it's all part of a larger system of confusion and change and things we thought we knew, all starting to blend together. And it's like that old Temptation song. It looks like a ball of confusion. And you ask yourself, what could possibly help me with this? What could be a resource that's readily available, especially now? And that's when, instead of looking down, you look up. And there above you is the full moon. And you say, well, that's all good and stuff, but I don't need any tides changed. And, I'm crazy enough. I don't need any extra lunacy. What could this have to do with all of this? And that's when you notice that although it's dark out, the moon is shining so bright. It is shining so bright that you can look down at your hands in the darkness and see your palm. What does that mean? That even in the midst of despair, there is a light. And that light is not shining to shine on all the sources of confusion. It's there to shine on you and me and everyone else who is a living, breathing being on this planet. And the moon shines down on us as if it matters that we are here, that it's of no small, I don't know, what do you call it, coincidence? That just when it seems like everything else is changing and moving and the land we're standing on, the sand we stand on is shifting, the moon. She continues to go through her phases, the full that she shows us tonight, and in 2 weeks, the dark, that she continues to shine, just like her brother, the sun. The moon says, I will not let you down. I will do my job. I will come here every night in one form or the other. And I will never actually turn away. Because even in the dark moon, I'm still here and I'm still showing you the exact same face. Think about that. She doesn't turn away. We just can't see her, but she's there. She's always there. And that's the lesson for tonight. The lesson is even when you can't see the moon, she has not turned away. She's still there, embracing us in the darkness. And when we realize that she will always be there for us, there's your constance. There's your support. Oh, sure, people come and go, seasons change, trees grow old, we grow old, but the moon, she's always there for us in the darkness, in the times of confusion, despair, fear, grief, rage, and loneliness. She is there. She will always be there. Let us say thank you to the moon for her love, her light, her constance, and her support. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Take a deep breath in and let it go. May the goddess Luna bless us all May you find the peace you seek. May you find the resolutions, the relief, the rest, the recovery, and the community that we all need. Blessed be. Thank you.